BWOne here from BWOne.com, and this is the Samsung Galaxy S4. I've been using the Samsung Galaxy S4 for the last 2 weeks, and I want to share my thoughts on the 4 most important aspects of any smartphone. That is design, display, software and performance, and camera. How well does the Samsung Galaxy S4 do in all 4 of these categories? Find out next in our review of the Samsung Galaxy S4. Let's start off this review talking about the design of the Galaxy S4. Now, while some people will say it looks very similar to the Galaxy S3, and I'll admit that it does look similar to its predecessor, it's done a lot to improve it. It has a smaller frame and it's lighter, and it feels much more premium in the hand than the previous version here. One of the things I think that helps it out a lot is the chrome accent around it. This nice little chrome trim around it gives it a much better feel in the grip of the hand, and it makes the phone look a little bit nicer. I definitely have to say it gives it sort of that premium feel to it. I have to admit, with the chrome trimming here, I really do like that. And also, if you look here at the display itself, nice 5-inch display, nice large 5-inch display, but they found a way to make the phone even smaller and pretty much get that screen all the way to the edge. If you can see right there, it's almost pretty much to the edge of the phone itself. It makes me worried about what the next Galaxy S phone, the Galaxy S5, will have. It might be just all screen, but holding the device, when you look at the screen, it feels like it's pretty much all screen when you're looking at the phone. Another thing they've improved is the home button. Seems like a little minor thing here, but they've actually raised it up a little bit higher, so it feels a little bit better when clicking down than the previous Galaxy S3's home button, and even better than what's on the Galaxy Note 2. So I definitely like that they raised it up here a little bit. That was one of my gripes last time about the phone previously. And even with the little hump that you can see here, a little raised hump that they have on the 13 megapixel camera, doesn't feel like it gets in the way. You don't feel like you're bumping over it. When you wipe over it, you do feel the hump up a little bit, but it doesn't feel like, it's going to be in the way, or it's going to get caught on something. And I actually like the fact that they've centered the camera right here in the center and put the flash right below it. Feels a little bit better. It doesn't feel like I'm going to put my finger over the camera or the flash by accident if I decide to hold it on that end. I just like the positioning of it a little bit better. Volume buttons are also raised a little bit higher, makes it a little bit easier to press down as well too. Much better clicks when you press it down. Overall, definitely nice design, much more premium feel. The best I could say I can relate to in the design is, if you look at if I can compare it maybe a little bit to sort of how the iPhone went from the 3GS to the iPhone 4 in terms of design. I would say that's the case here with the Samsung Galaxy S3 to the Galaxy S4 in terms of how the design sort of went here. So overall, really like the design of the Galaxy S4. Okay, now let's talk about the display here. It's one of the nicest displays I've seen on a phone. It is a 5-inch 1080p Super AMOLED display with 440 ppi, that's pixels per inch. Basically, it's higher pixels than a human eye can see, so you're not gonna see any little squares or anything like that on this device. It looks really, really good. The screen is very gorgeous to look at, and that's a very good thing, because that's the main thing to look at on your phone when you look at your phone every day, is the display. And when the display looks really, really good, it makes it a very enjoyable experience. As you can see, colors pop out. They're very vibrant. Might not be the most accurate in terms of colors. It might be a little bit, a little bit more vibrant, a little more pop out, a little bit more colorful than some people would like, versus maybe looking a little more realistic. But I really do like the way it looks here. It gives it a nice feel, nice look, and makes the device feel a lot premium. Let's take a look here at some photos here. Let's actually go to the gallery. I'll pull that up here, and you can see some of the pictures I took with the camera here itself. We'll get into the camera a little bit later, but you can see here how nice and vivid the colors look, how they pop out really, really well. Looks really nice, very gorgeous, especially with this purple flower here. You can see that and how nice it really looks, and even video looks good as well too. I'll actually keep this YouTube video that I have of the Chrome Racer, which what most people are going to watch on their phone is going to be mobile video for the most part. So let's take a look at this, the Chrome Racer experience. I brought that up just to give you an idea how video looks. Let's go ahead and tap on the screen here. Running in HD, and you can see plays really good. Video quality looks pretty good. Everything on the screen looks pretty cool. Everything's really nice. So this 5-inch display, 1080p display, is one of the nicest I've seen, and I really, really do like it here on the Galaxy S4, and it's something that you're definitely going to enjoy if you decide to pick one up. Okay, now let's talk about software and performance. Now, I'm not going to dive too much into the software because we have a 30-minute video posted of all about TouchWiz on the Galaxy S4 that we went through pretty much all the features that we could fit within a 30-minute video about it. And we didn't even really nail all the features within there. There's a couple that I missed. There's so many features within this phone. It's one of the nice things about it. It has a ton of features and you can kind of customize which features you want to use. So just by going up here, you can see some of the ones you could turn on and off as you want to. Some of the gestures, which is pretty much one of the big thing about it in terms of features with the air view, air gestures, smart stay, smart scroll, and things of that nature are really, really nice to use. I really actually like using a lot of those things. Some things are a little gimmicky, like if we go into the browser here, sort of the eye tracking feature, sort of the head tracking, which you can kind of see if you're looking up or down, which I'm actually using right now. As you saw the little eye pop up here. Sometimes it works for me, sometimes it doesn't. Really varies. As you can see, it worked there for me now. Look up here a little bit, look down a little bit more. Kind of comes in and out for me a little bit, but then you can also just kind of go up and down like that and come down. And I actually like using that a little bit better than I actually like using sort of the smart scroll feature there. But I do like using the stuff in the gallery as well too, being able to preview what's in my photos, things like that. Going like just like right over there to see within a video. I really do like those things, and those add-ons are really, really nice. Sometimes I like using the multi-window. That's really cool to use. So you can go up here. One can be the Chrome browser. And I think I was looking something up on TechCrunch at one point about something. I do check out plenty of other pages as well, other tech websites too. And then I can just go here and I want to write something in SMemo. I can split it up down here. Really do like that. Don't want to dive too deep into all those features because like I said, we have a separate video for that. But I really do like the software on here. Just pretty much the kitchen sink of the things that you want to use and how you want to set it, customize it as you like. Now, I haven't really seen any much lag with it. It's been a little bit here and there, but more or less, it's been a very smooth experience. The quad-core processor keeps things moving fast and speedy. Apps load up really fast as well too. Is it that much noticeable than a dual core? I would say in some instances yes, in some instances no. It really just depends on what you're using, but I do notice it for some things, especially the more powerful applications with that. I definitely notice it. I notice the speed just a little bit more. I can see the quad-core processor just kicking in there and making it a nice and enjoyable experience. Now, as far as other things, let's talk about the call quality with it. So far in my area, call quality has been good. People have been able to hear me. I've been able to hear them. I've been able to connect the calls. Didn't really get any drop calls. It's been working out pretty well for me. And this is actually on the AT&T network, this version of the Galaxy S4, and it's been working well for me for that. But I always like to say call quality may vary based upon where you live, so that's why I don't like to dive too much into that. Battery life has been pretty good for me. We can actually take a look here, some of the numbers here. I've been running this today. Let's see if we have a battery here. I've had it on for about 13 hours or so, and I'm still got 35% battery life left. I've actually noticed the improvements over the S3. Definitely you can get a little bit better than sort of the work day that you sort of got if you were a power user with the Galaxy S4. This is more Galaxy S3, excuse me. On the S4, this is just a little bit better on terms of that. What I'm using here as far as apps and stuff, I'm using Twitter, Facebook. I have about 3 email accounts, actually 4 email accounts coming into this. Couple of IMs, Google Hangouts, things of that nature that I have coming into it. I obviously make some calls as well too. So overall, and even with using data and for GLTE, Instagram, things of that nature, playing games on it, I found it to be able to get pretty much throughout the whole entire day on one charge and work very, very well with that. So definitely I've noticed the battery improvements over the previous version with it. So as far as software and performance is concerned, the Galaxy S3 I definitely have to say is a winner in that book. Definitely I can see what's better than the previous version with it, and I have to give it a thumbs up overall, and you're going to enjoy the experience with it. 13 megapixels. 13 megapixels is what they have inside the camera here for the Galaxy S4, and it's packed with a ton of features in here. One of the features isn't those squiggly lines that are sort of going through the screen here. That's actually more has to do with the camera that I'm recording with, that's recording on the screen here. That's actually not going to happen on your Galaxy S4 here. But what is going to happen is you're going to take some pretty awesome pictures and some pretty awesome video, and they've got so many different ways and so many different settings to give to you here. The layout is actually a lot more like So what you see on the Galaxy camera, you just hit mode here, and there's a ton of modes to choose from. Best photo, best face, sound, shot, drama, animated photo, eraser, all sorts of things like that. Panorama, which is always my favorite one to take. We're gonna have like sample pictures up at the website at BWOne.com, so be sure to check out some of the sample photos there. Everything looks really, really cool to sort of have all these settings, and are really easy to access. You can actually access, if you hit the bottom here, you can see the different filters that you can choose from, get a preview of it, and it's sort of a live preview. You can see I'm moving the camera. You can see the filters are moving at the same time. Power of that quad-core processor. Also is up here, you can have the ability to change some different settings within here. To have your video, MMS, your share, you can instant share, your voice commands, your flash, and you also have here you can get a little more granular and such with it. Once you go back in here, hit that little icon there, that's sort of the dual view to get into the picture as well too, which is a pretty cool feature, and you can move this around as you want to, adjust that accordingly. You can make it bigger if you want to, smaller. It's pretty cool. And the nice thing is here is if you want to just take a picture, you can either tap the button, or you can set it so that the volume key turns into a button, or you can just say the word capture. Boom, done. Smile. Done. Really easy. Captures the picture instantly, just like that. Really do like that. You can do that there, and we can actually jump into a little bit of video here. You can see here when you hit that. One of the things I kind of don't like that it does, I wish that Android phones to kind of get rid of, is when you hit the camera button, it instantly starts to record the second you hit it, which is nice. And the nice thing here is I'm recording both in front and rear facing camera at the same time, and you can actually pause in the middle of the recording and resume it as you want to. You can switch the cameras out in the middle of the recording as well too, and you can turn off that feature as well in the middle of your recording as well too. So that's really nice there. And you hit stop, and then you have the video there. So I should check out that video, 1080p video along with it too. It's probably gonna hear me talking. I kind of don't like that. All right. I wish that Android phones kind of get rid of is when you hit the camera button, it instantly starts to record. And you can see in the middle of the video, eventually at some point, I swap the cameras, move it out there. Really cool there. Bring that back here. I'll actually show you some examples of the video quality here in just a second within the video. But overall, I really do like the camera inside the Galaxy S4. I think it provides some great features, good camera quality, and makes taking a picture a very fun experience. So before we get into my final thoughts about the Galaxy S4, I want to go into a couple of things that I'm not a big fan of with the device. One big thing in particular is with the storage, especially on the 16 gigabyte version here. Now, as far as storage is concerned, this is a 16 gigabyte Samsung Galaxy S4, but when you go to it to look how much you have available, you only have 9.62 gigabytes available of that, which is pretty disappointing. And truthfully, when you go to, let's actually go back here and go to Application Manager, you'll actually see here that you only have about 6 gigabytes free to install apps, games, and if you're using any type of caching service such as Google Music. It's a very, very disappointing thing, and I'm very frustrated by that. Especially a lot of people are going to buy the 16 gigabyte version, and let's say you're streaming or you're downloading things to your device. And I know you can add an SD card. That's a good thing that you can do that, but not a lot of apps support saving to the SD card. Also, you can't move apps from your phone memory over to your SD card in TouchWiz here. So you're limited to really 9.62 gigabytes of space. You can see I've used a lot of it up already with a lot of things here. I have 2.53 gigabytes already of apps just taken away from it. Very disappointing there. They should be a lot more honest. I understand that a lot of that is using a lot of the features within TouchWiz, the OS, and all the things they add to it. But literally going from 16 gigabytes to down to 9.62, available is just kind of ridiculous there. There's not a lot of space available. I mean, that's even less than the S3. When the S3 launched, you at least had about 12 gigabytes of space here. You're losing about a good 2.5 to 3 gigabytes down from this on here. They really need to do a better job of that, and really either not selling a 32 gig and not selling a 16 gig and going with 32 and 64 gigabyte options like many other phones do. With those phones, you at least get about anywhere from 23 to 28 gigabytes of internal storage, and then you still have the option of an SD card, and some that you don't. But I understand, SD card, you can add that, but really that it should be better than that. And I'm really disappointed by Samsung through advertising 16 gigabytes and really barely getting half of that. Some things that other people may not like with it. Some people still might not like the sort of the build quality with it. They might prefer the all metal build from some other phones versus the polycarbonate or plasticky and cheap, as some people might say the Galaxy S4 is. I don't agree with them on that, but some people may be disappointed with that in particular. But overall, it's really one of the best smartphones available out, and really Samsung has done a great job of living up to expectations, pretty much living up to expectations that they set with the S3, and pretty much exceeding them with the S4. There is a huge difference between the S3 and S4. While they may look alike, I would relate it a little bit more to sort of how in iPhones, where the 3GS to the iPhone 4 in terms of software and build quality, in terms of the differences there, and I would say the Galaxy S3 to the S4 is in that similar context there. But definitely, if you are an S2 owner, this is the phone definitely for you to get. If you're an S3 owner, you might be you might be a little bit jealous of some of the things that are available in the S4, but you still have a pretty good phone. You might want to wait out for the next Galaxy phone to come out. But overall, anyone that gets the Samsung Galaxy S4 is going to be very, very happy with it. It's got a very good design. It's got an awesome display. Software and performance is very, very good on. You're going to get a nice, good, clean, and nice, simple, and very cool experience with it. And the camera, you're going to take some great pictures that are good to upload to Facebook, Twitter, online, where most camera pictures go to, uploading it online somewhere. So you're going to get some great shots of that. And overall, just a very, very, very good product here from Samsung. So this is BWOne here from BWOne.com. If you like this review, be sure to give it a thumbs up and a like. It definitely helps us out. Also, subscribe to our YouTube page. Check the link in our description. Links in our description. One of them is going to be to our website at BWOne.com, which will have the full written review of this with some sample pictures from the camera and some other cool, unique things over there as well too. Also, be sure to check us out on all those social networks: Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and so on. And always remember to live your tech world in high definition. Thanks for watching.